the perfect place. Keto with Sammy. Keto with Sammy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. For today's video, I have been craving some delicious Mexican food, guys. So today I'm going to be showing y'all one of my favorite recipes to make. It is going to be absolutely delicious. You are going to want to make this recipe every single day of the week. For today's video, we are going to be making some keto chimichangas with a white queso on top. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So first thing we are going to go ahead and get started on, we have to cook up the chicken for inside the chimichangas. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a little seasoning rub for my chicken. You could add any seasonings that you like. These are just the seasonings that I'm going to go ahead and go in with. I'm going to pre-mix it in a bowl just so it's easier to coat on the chicken. So first, we're gonna go ahead and start with some smoked paprika. This is gonna give it a nice smoky flavor, and smoked paprika is just great. If you don't have smoked paprika, you could definitely use regular paprika, but I highly recommend to use smoked. We're gonna go in with 3 tablespoons. Three tablespoons of smoked paprika. We're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. We're gonna go in with 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of some garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 little bit of salt to taste. We're gonna go in with some ground thyme. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon as well. And for our cayenne pepper, we're gonna add in 1/2 tablespoon. Just for a little kick and a little spice. And these are all my seasonings that I'm gonna go ahead and use for my chicken. We're gonna give this a good mix. Make sure all your seasonings are well mixed together, and it should look something like this. Now that we have our seasoning rub nice and prepared, you're gonna go ahead and take your chicken. Today, I'm going to be using some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I have about 5 good sized pieces right here. Just depends on how many chimichangas you plan on making. If you're someone that does not like chicken thighs, you can definitely use chicken breast. It's just a little bit more drier than chicken thighs, so I highly recommend to go in with thighs. But I'm gonna go ahead and take each of my thighs, and we're just gonna rub on our seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and coat each side. I'm gonna go ahead and take a glove just so it doesn't get all messy, my hands, because we're about to rub this seasoning in. And you see how it's way easier if you just mix your seasonings into a bowl off to the side, just so everything gets evenly coated. I'm gonna go ahead and start rubbing my seasoning in. We are also going to season the other side, of course. And we're gonna rub this in as well, make sure it gets all into these creases and everything is nice and coated. Oh, it smells so good. I love the way smoked paprika smells. Okay, once we have our chicken nice and seasoned like this, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the stove and get this cooking. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and cook these chicken thighs through. I have my pan heating right here with some olive oil. Just gonna drop each chicken thigh. And we're gonna get a nice sear on each side. I like to put a lid while I'm cooking my chicken just so the heat stays trapped in there and the chicken cooks all the way through and evenly. Okay, once you have a nice sear, you also want to sear the other side. It should be nice and seared just like that. Has a nice color on it, especially from that smoked paprika. It smells so good. Once your chicken is beautifully cooked like this and it's cooked all the way through, you're gonna go ahead and take them out and set it to a plate off to the side. Okay, our chicken is nice and cooked through. We're just gonna go ahead and slice this up so when we stuff the chimichangas, we don't have big pieces in here. I just like to slice them just like this. We're gonna give this a little taste. Ooh, I love that smoked paprika. It is so good, guys. Okay, we got our chicken all nice and sliced. We're gonna go ahead and set this to the side. Now we're gonna go ahead and start assembling our burrito. Now, of course, we cannot have beans on keto, so we have to make an alternative. So right here, I have my keto refried beans. I do have a separate video on this, on how to make this. It will pop up at the end of this video for y'all to click on at the end screen if y'all wanna go ahead and make these recipes. I highly recommend to make them, and you'd be surprised at to what these are made with. They are absolutely delicious. I could eat these every day if I could. I definitely would. And they are so simple to make. They're full of flavor. So y'all definitely give these a try. So I went ahead and made a batch of my refried beans, and we're gonna start assembling our burrito, our chimichangas. I keep wanting to call it a burrito, guys. Chimichanga. So we have some low carb tortillas right here. These are my absolute favorite brand of low carb tortillas. I got these at Walmart, but Kroger carries them, Walmart carries them, and I want to say certain HEBs carry this brand as well. So this is the La Vendetta carb counter. They have mini ones, they have street style ones, but these are the biggest ones that you can get. There's 8 tortillas per package, and they are 4 net carbs each, and they're a pretty good size. So these are the big ones. I like to use these for stuffing and all that good stuff to make these chimichangas because they're pretty big. So we're gonna go ahead and start assembling this. We're gonna take one of our tortillas. We are going to take these keto refried beans, and we're gonna go ahead and put a generous amount right here. We're not gonna overstuff these because we are going to close them. And I'm gonna be going ahead and making a couple of chimichangas. We have our refried beans right here. We're gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of our sliced chicken right here. Oh, this looks so good already. I'm excited. Now, we're gonna make a delicious cheese sauce on top, so y'all stay tuned for that, because we're not just making these chimichangas. We gotta smother this in a delicious keto cheese sauce. But I do want some cheese on the inside, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of shredded Monterey Jack cheese. You could use any cheese that you like if you prefer something different. Go ahead and add a little bit on top of our chicken. Remember, do not overstuff these because they will be hard to close if you put too much. So we're gonna go ahead and roll and tuck as tightly as you can. We're gonna roll in the sides. Might get a little messy, but it's okay. And you should have something that looks like this. It's a little burrito style. Now, to keep this closed, you do want to secure this with toothpicks as we are going to be frying these. So I just take a toothpick and I go ahead and close it up so it does not open when we cook it. And this is it. We're gonna go ahead and finish off the rest. Okay, we have all our chimichangas rolled and secured with a toothpick. Now let's go ahead and get these deep frying. I made 5 right here, but I promise you, I still have some beans left over. I have some chicken left over. So this is a great recipe if you want to make something in bulk for you and your family to enjoy. But let's go ahead and get these frying. Now to get these nice and fried, we're gonna go in with a generous amount of avocado oil. I personally like to use avocado oil for frying on keto. It does have a higher smoke point, so I highly recommend it. Once your oil is heated through, we're gonna go ahead and start dropping them in. I like to drop the opening down. Now remember, these are low carb tortillas, guys. These are going to fry faster than regular tortillas would. So you do have to keep an eye on them and make sure you don't burn them. We want them a nice golden brown, of course. Once they start turning this golden brown color, we're gonna flip it to the other side, and you wanna fry each side. They should look something like this, nice and crispy. Look at these, oh my God. My mouth is already watering. I am so ready for these. Once you have all sides nice and toasted like this, we're gonna go ahead and set these off to a plate to the side and put them in a place to stay warm. We're gonna move on to making that delicious cheese sauce. Today we are going to making a white cheese sauce. So right here I have my pot on a medium-low heat. We are going to add in 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 4 ounces of shredded pepper jack cheese, and 4 ounces of shredded Monterey jack cheese. Last cheese I'm going in with is 4 ounces of white American cheese, and I just went ahead and cubed it up. We're also going in with 1/3 cup of sour cream, 1 can of diced tomatoes and green chilies, and you do want the juice drained. Add in 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're just gonna give everything a good mix, and you just wanna melt down the cheese until everything is nice and creamy. I am just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt to taste. You just want to go ahead and keep on stirring your cheese, and make sure you do keep it on a medium-low because you do not want this to burn. Okay, once your cheese is nice and melted and it's creamy, if your cheese did come out too thick, you could add a little bit more heavy whipping cream, mix it in, or a little bit of water and get the consistency that you'd like. But once it's done, you want to turn off your heat, and we are going to serve this immediately over our chimichangas. Okay, y'all, we have our delicious keto chimichangas right here. Make sure you do take off the toothpick. You don't want to be biting into a toothpick, don't forget. So we're gonna go ahead and just ladle over this nice white cheese sauce over our chimichangas, y'all. Look at that. Ooh, my mouth is watery, I cannot wait. Doesn't that look so good? You could keep it off to the side if you'd like to and just dip it in there, but I personally love to just ladle it on there. Oh, look at that. Now I like to garnish. You can just go in just like this, but I like to garnish with some jalapenos, some fresh cut jalapenos, and a little bit of cilantro. Do not forget the cilantro. I love me some cilantro. Now, of course, I have to cut into this and show y'all what the inside looks like and what we're working with here. Look at that cheese sauce. Woo, I cannot wait to give these a try for y'all. I'm definitely excited about this. All right, guys, and here is what you are working with. We got that nice cheese sauce. We have the chicken and the beans. Trust me, these are going to get a little messy, but they are well worth it. So if y'all give these a try, please come back to this video and comment down below how y'all enjoyed them. Of course, we are giving these a try, right? I gotta dig right into this right now. Oh, I love me some Mexican food. Guys, literally nothing else to even say. Make these because they are delicious. They are going to hit that spot, especially when you're craving Mexican food. I am definitely going to be treating myself every once in a while to these because they are outstanding, especially with the cheese sauce and those keto beans. Oh, hits the spot. And just a little tip on a question that I think I might get asked. What about some keto Mexican rice? Guys, our rice replacement on keto is cauliflower. I don't really recommend putting it in the burrito because if you know, cauliflower releases a lot of moisture. So it will make the tortillas kind of soggy. So what I recommend to do is just keep it off to the side in a bowl if you really do want some keto Mexican rice. I do have a recipe video on that as well. It will pop up at the end of this video with the refried beans. All right, y'all, that was today's recipe on our keto chimichangas with the white queso on top. I hope y'all enjoyed this awesome recipe, and do make it for you and your family because everybody is absolutely gonna enjoy this recipe. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more awesome keto recipes just like this one, and I will see y'all on the next one.